What if I told you there was a way to hire world-class talent from anywhere on the globe at just the click of a button? That's right. Today, we're talking about Upwork. Hey, what is up everybody? Lockie White here, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're talking about hiring through Upwork and why it is such an amazing opportunity for any of the modern day entrepreneurs. Upwork is very similar to, if you're in Australia, the website Seek, where you can go on to apply, or if you're hiring, go on and hire potential candidates, or in America, I think it's called Monster, the similar thing. But for Upwork, it's on a worldwide scale for almost any job you can think of. I've used it in my Amazon businesses if I need someone to do Photoshops to touch up some images or get them to edit a photo or actually hire the videographer on there. I've hired models through there. I've also done software projects for totally different projects, all hired through Upwork. So almost any possible job that you can think of through any possible business, if you need someone to be hired, you can do it through Upwork. So we're going to jump into my computer here. I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit croaky. I'm a little bit sick at the moment, but because I'm sick, if you get any value from this video, it would mean so much if you could invest in that like button. It helps your brother out so much. But if you look across here now, we can sort of scroll through and we can see all the different freelancers that there are and how there's something for anyone, any business, any project you need. And you can actually start off by filtering at the top. You can search for the type of project that you're running or the type of talent it is that you need. So let's say we're looking for someone to do some Photoshop work for us, right? We're just going to type in the top here, Photoshop, and we're going to hit enter. And straight away, we're going to see anyone who has in their profile that they can do any type of Photoshop work is going to come up, and we can see their profile. So we can scroll down, we can see things like how much they cost an hour. So this lady's $40 an hour, how much they've earned on Upwork, and then their job success rating. So that's once you complete a job, you get to rate the freelancer. And so this person here has 100% job success. So they've made $20,000 here on Upwork, and across that they have gotten a 5-star every single time. So that's a fantastic rating. You can see here this gentleman's $53 an hour, but he's made $63,000, and he's got a 96% job success, which is still fantastic. And then they have little badges here. But as you can see, there's lots of information initially that you get just from on the search page. And then if we want to know more about one of these freelancers, we seem like, oh, they seem kind of cool. We can click in on their profile, and then we can read the information about them and sort of scroll through. We can see where they're from. And then we can come through and he'll have all this information here. And we can even scroll down, look what other people have rated him, and then have a look at some of their work as well. Now, this is the basic way to hire people on Upwork, but there's another way, which is actually my favorite. It's why I use Upwork for nearly everything whenever I do a hire. And that is, you can post a job, write a brief, and have people come and apply to you. So if we go up the top here and we go jobs and we want to post a job, it'll allow us to pop in the details for the project that we're working on. So we can go through and pop it all in. You can write whether you want it to be on a fixed price contract or on an hourly basis. Me personally, I always write in my brief that I'm open for them to suggest an hourly price, but I would prefer to work on a fixed base contract. Now, the only reason I do this is that I've had some bad experiences with working on an hourly project. It's very easy for them, not all do it, but some, to take advantage of you. So, it's only going to take this many hours, and then suddenly, there's an extra 6 hours. And if it's someone like we saw before who's $85 an hour, it can start to add up, and there's not a lot you can do as the hirer, unless you want to sort of get Upwork involved and try and fight it, but then that can have an effect on your profile. So I always like to make a good connection up front and have it as a fixed price that you can both agree on, as then a lot of the times, they want a good rating as well, so their profile looks good. So I'll do it for the fixed price, give you extra revisions, and then the whole process just moves along more smoothly. And the most important part about posting the job is writing your brief. So this is you putting something out on the internet, something out to the world that represents your business, right? And you're going to have a lot of people come and apply. And I always like to think about it that I don't want to be like everyone else. I don't want to post this super boring job post out there, so when everyone's reading it, they want to shoot themselves and they're just going to give me a generic response back. This is an opportunity to work with world-class people, so I want to attract those people, right? So I don't want to put a job posting out there that says like, hey, I am this company and we sell things on Amazon and we're looking for a product designer who's going to be able to help us, right? It's just boring. I already have lost interest. So whenever I do it, I always like to come out and I say, hey, are you looking for a fulfilling and interesting job where intelligence is rated more than your qualifications, and we love to see imagination within everyone in our role. We'd love to create something fantastic and love to know what we can do to help you create something amazing. So if you could reach out to us with a rough quote for the project so that we can work on that, and maybe some ideas that you'd have in following along the path of the project. And then I always like to shortlist it down to maybe like 5 or 3, and then you have the opportunity to reach out and say, hey, give each of them a task, right? Give them the same task and pay them for their time, because that's what you're about. You don't want to try and scam them and get them to do work for free. And reach out and say, hey, can you do this job? Let me know what your hourly cost is, how many hours it took you to do it, and then send it back to us. So then you get to know how much they're going to cost, how long it's going to take, which is tied in with the cost, and then the level of work. So you can compare it. This guy did it in 6 hours, this guy did it in 1, and this guy did it in 4. You can see like, wow, this guy did it in 1 hour. It was half the price of this guy, and he did a way better job. So obviously we're going to go with him. So take care when writing your brief. It's a representation of your business, of your company. It allows you to uphold your values and attract that world-class talent straight to your doorstep. And then a little bonus tip that I sort of want to throw in there is what to consider when hiring. And this is just from my personal experience. Everyone is different, but you're going to have a lot of people who reply to your job with just a generic response. They clearly have something on a Word document, they just copy and paste it, and they put your name in the top every single time. And a lot of the time, these guys are some of the most highest rated, right? So they have all the skill sets that they have there. They've made hundreds of thousands of dollars on Upwork, and they've got heaps of good reviews. So this is all great, and they just give you a generic response. For me, I'm trying to create something amazing a lot of the time, and I really value imagination and showing the fact that they care about the project. So sometimes if you see someone who applies who maybe has only made $1,000, right, or $2,000, they haven't made a lot, but still click on their job posting, because a lot of the time I'll go in there and they've put through all this detail that's really personal to me, really personal to the job post. You can see they've read it, they've read what I've written in detail, and they've given a really thought out response. I've even had people sometimes go through this whole response and then attach a video link of them, a YouTube video that they've just unloaded, unlisted, going through like, hey Lockie, this is what I would do. I've sort of done this little bit of work. Let me know what you think. So a lot of the time, these people who haven't had a chance to shine yet are some of the most undiscovered gems that a lot of people just read over, because they see these big people with all these good reviews and the highest prices usually, but they don't care as much about your business and they're not willing to go that extra mile, which is something that I really value. So make sure you take advantage of this opportunity. It only takes one world-class hire to take your business from an idea to a giant money-making machine. Make sure you take some time, think about your brief, and ensure that you're showcasing your business in the way you want the world to see it. If you find that you're still getting a bit stuck with Upwork, or you're not quite sure about a couple of things, come on down to my live Sunday product talks. I go live on Sunday for about an hour where I go through product research for Amazon FBA. But if people are on there and they have questions about any of the processes with making money online, make sure you come in and ask a question, and I'm always happy to help. Otherwise, just leave a comment on the video. I always reply to every comment as quick as I can, and I have a heap of free resources down below for anyone wanting to get started on Amazon FBA. But thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Remember, you're only one product away from living the life that you've dreamed of, and make sure you subscribe. Peace out, everyone. Have an amazing day.